evil like D. When I gets mine, the raw reeking vegan MC who rejects wine, feeble as sheep in slaughterhouses, getting beat with wet vines to satisfy consumers in jeeps, committing credit crimes. My right reason is sound, electromagnetically caused treason within the radius of everything around. My lightning is like wow, phonetically I'm king. Genetically in-house with prophetics instead of bling. Birds with cosmetics, they cling back like dingbats and sling smack the things back, then bring back the king of rap with 3 rings from each cat. Nuwabi and God body with mean raps who seem smack. Yes, my higher realm rap slap. Leviathan spell back. Fuck A&Rs who shelf cats. My brave hearts they hold cosmic shells that blow maps to realms that reveal traps of intricate living. Veganism indeed is my religion, and blowing that ism I call this rapism. A new trend of keeping the rhythm while I release feelings of keeping religion far from reaching like leeches I'm killing. Preachers revealing feelings on feeling on innocent women and children. It's killing your mental village. For real, it's a mental illness. She is the realness, a freaking ill chick. Genitals still stiff from killing my dills. My infinite wisdom is that of a battle of interconnected, unilateral, multi-dimensional sabbatical. It shatters you. Teleport to Alcyon in -9 seconds. Recite rhymes to Metatron before taking flight to the heavens. My rhymes ignite 1111s and star codes to activate my 12 strands of DNA like in a second. Elated to see the scars heal from crevices filled of past emotional thrills. I listen to my higher self for lyrical motivation, psychic initiation, writing the information. Galactic Federation waiting from horns to halos. I congregate with those in higher realms, chilling while waiting for humanity to say so. Claiming the flame, yo, flying with black drogs and range rolls, brained and grained with stain holes. A chisel god, what's a dizzle, Paul? You rockin' Kanglos? Who is your god? Is it religion or is it the mission that you're really on? I'm saying though, for vegan reeking mommy, watch me activate that Shiva Shakti. Keep the heat beside me, chief the reefer fever heater popping at 3 degrees. I'm boxing with 4th dimensional beings from Andromeda, team of ELOHIMS who dream of Gandhi. Chlorella cleans one hell of a spleen. My intelligence seems to repel a regime of irrelevant schemes. Maximina, her name is 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 Maximina. She sat on my lap at 4 in the morning, crawling, rubbed the green blood in my bronze caloric corduroys I lost in corridors in orbit, often greeted by a grayish green morbid orphan, talking to Horus in rhetorical portions. Let's think, while her red lips blessed my head on the sink, she opened up her legs and showed me what was underneath the sphinx. Divine goddess, 2055's rise of Adonis, hybridized, future life wife with bright lights like in the comics. Maximina, last seen her standing on my glass beam, a beam ship with the fucking meanest hips, harder than my penis. Get bad karma fiendish chick, seem half Korean with her Nordic eyes beaming quick for 3 minutes. Laid back, smoke blunts, write rhymes to instrumentals, watch she cleanses my vegetables with a menstrual incidental. Cosmic nut bust, crush up an eighth of my grinder, then hush up her vagina. I will fuck up right behind the hymen. I touch Maximina, her name is 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 Maximina. Magenta mixtapes mimic her vivid fixed place in a sick state of a rich race. 5th dimensional flip face, shapeshift or ship shape punani parallel body looking all thin and gray with a thick waist. Let me get a quick taste of your raw food as juices. You a nuisance, cross connections in the infinite now. Definitions of my intention is definitely imminent. Wow, then we can finish living in the visions of now. Despite the issue, wife material, she kinda into Hinduism and Sufism with a hint of Judah with the light of Vishnu. Start spitting the hard rhythms. Let's celebrate and meditate with stones from ARCTURUS star systems. Another chick from the mothership took a dark mission implanted with Mercury bar wisdom, harbinger of heaven. It's 11:11, mom. Time to teleport back to era from the 7th star. Raw food detoxing for scabies and cancers, chanting Arabian anthems while having creating a tantrum. My sacrum is spinning naked, she banging face in the sun, bathing in her black bathtub. She's way beyond that low density Donna Karen Hottie, materialistic chick, more like the goddess Saraswati, staring at her flaring body, glaring through a pair of magenta Armanis from a 9th dimension higher self, pulling her hair up in the barren lobby. Hot damn, Maximina, body slam I cocked in her robotic swat, shot 12 stranded semen from Egypt. My seeds are eager, believe it, though seem facetious. Even toast to the drink of immortality right between us, Jesus. Maximina.
You're now listening to A-Rod
Ever since the splitting of Pangea, the crystal grid was open, it damn near exploded with particles from Unca Luca Nuke's hypnosis. Mad weird, Metatron warned me to stand clear, then boosted up my superhuman intellect with new computers. Grab gear, the black Anunnaki rocking cashmere, got stabbed by an alpha draconian popping mad queers. They tell you lies, inside a telly up and tell you ride with 20 tall Andromeda women shaking their bellies ride. TAYGETA energy blaze, heavenly from Orion, Beverly Mays and Frankie better be played whenever we riding. Cybernetic polygamist, telepathically visiting all of my women like Abraham in Genesis, Noah and Solomon, wildin' with Osama bin Laden, spit hold a hominid hostage while lighting a bottle of rockets, not knowing that it was the Haagen-Dazs that caused that nigga Hodgkins. I got this, the TAYGETA rhinoceros, magnanimous flow. 2 higher self channels ago, I went to the abyss of the planets alone. I saw visions of Anubis clones and robotic mechanics withstanding the granite and stone. Your crew run, 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 run. She sang that clip to me right before the 1111 synchronicity. Throttle through velocity, divide and conquer prophecy. Shift multi-dimensional equipment through a bottle, see? Science of the obvious. I saw a lion lying underneath a giant Cleopatra sarcophagus, flying through a labyrinth. You imagine, provoke a hominid to throw rope at humanity's ravenous consciousness. Holographic mayhem, geometric mind sex. Politicians take flight in the night in the lime vest. Frameworks of intricate tapestry. That's how my brain works. Bursts into DNA spurts, infinite accuracy.
You're now listening to A-Rod Music.
Calling the tall whites to meditate and resurrect the almighty with all might, reserved for all rights. She was rocking the shawl in all white, then teleported back into a mall, singing songs from Gerald Albright. After the nano was over, I received a standing ovation in front of a whole panel of Navajo soldiers in the botanical growing, believing the law of repulsion is the only hope to keep the planets in motion. You know it. The Yael coming through in a custom-made metallic bronze shade, heavily praised. Another mothership made. Brothers come up and get slayed, running amok with duct tape, covering up another 9/11 had enough Ming. Robotic Nubian, true God body, Rasulallah, the Rastafarian, shamanic blue body with new oxygen. Galactic rooftops, I'm hopping in up in the blue drop with lots of rims. I choose not to box them in. I'm the golden spiral of time. I travel at the speed of rhyme into a seed of many wonders just to feed your mind. The 7 sisters up in the heavens, how I missed them. Remembering my mission is the lesson I was given. 7 systems reporting to the base command with 11 Ishwits, all 7'11" light up 11 incense. She blessed me with the Merkabah. Earth is hurting hard, y'all. The fight for life is endless. 999 angelic messages. I send this. Divide time in 9 dimensions. Wheatgrass in my syringes. If I pretended to defy the laws of my intentions, then I'm appalled as to how my thoughts can cross dimensions, falling off through the corridors of lost reflections. Shorty stroking off my weapon, blowing off my dressing, no remorse. You all infected, burning in your mental holocaust of fear and deception. I hear the cheer from heaven.
A-Rod Music.
She seemed informed and warned me about the red draconian race with wings and horns she never seen before. The Syrian beings with the big green eyes gleam dreams and thoughts. She was a Wiccan, stricken by religion on a 7,000-year mission with a lot of wisdom. Listen, my root chakra stiffened. She pulled me in the kitchen, then whispered, I saw you last week on Mount Shasta with a roster, hot box and hot conditions, sorta hot resemblance, blue drugs and brolic gremlins, don't know how to end it. She saw 1,000 women bowing down to a cow and said, wow, that's so religious. You see, her frequency is on a whole nother level, a hybrid with long fingers and a bottle's nose deep beneath its soul chisel. She told me that humanity can grow into a civilized realization in spiritual high places. This is what she did. She put both of my hands into a cylindrical plate and meditated for like 8 hours and saw visions of humanity's fate and destruction of greatness and power. The matrix awaits to be slowly devoured. Levitating beam ships, devastated avatars, shape-shift into a golden seven-headed phoenix from prophetic teachers. She saw the dead walk beneath us. She said, nice to meet you, I'm Nisha, the reincarnation of Khadijah and the Queen of Sheba. To activate the Merkaba, travel into Egypt. Even her spacecraft had black speakers and meditation placemats. I'm taking off my sneakers, tracing all the ethers. Dodging a black and blue snaggletooth draconian creature, riding on the back of a black giraffe through the Babylonian aftermath. A holographic seeker, call upon the master teacher, cause all along Earth's been a disaster. Resurrect the tabernacle, be first. This is what she saw. 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 This is what she saw.
An experience production. Death to religion, death to everything that ever kept you in prison. It's so much easier. Open your eyes. Religion told me I was never good enough, and that I shouldn't lust, and that the root of all evil is something that was put in us. My enemies I couldn't trust. I always knew authority was too corrupt. I couldn't hush, so then I blew it up, confused as fuck. You mean to tell me that this living human organism isn't good enough cause I was born a sinner? Tell me this, so when does the process of sinning begin? How can you consciously kill the innocence of a fetus before it even experiences the very image of life? See, it diminishes. They also tell us our knowledge is limited, and that God is omnipresent, omniscient, and omnipotent. If you consecrate yourself and be submissive, then maybe one day you can visit him, or maybe envision it. Stuck in the matrix of conditioning, the game is infamous, but knowledge is thought, and thought can never capture the limitless. To every pastor and minister, priest, rabbi, and visionist, Dalai Lamas are fortune tellers who be selling us gimmicks. This generation of the new age ain't feeling it. My intuition to live is driven by your ignorance. I played the game of religion, and now it's finished. Truth is nothing more than your logically ascertained premise. It's like a love-hate relationship, and I'm leaving her cause it's so much easier. Death to religion, death to everything that ever kept your mental in prison. You gotta death to division, death to every condition that put us in this position. You gotta open up your eyes and recognize the disguise that society has devised. Without you in my life, it's so much easier. It's so much easier. It's so much easier. My lyrics move mountains and shake the foundation of truth, and everything you thought you knew about it and what they say to the youth. When I meditate, I pray in the booth, cause the act of meditating is activating creative forces in you. So what's the use? What is truth? It's just a word, it's an illusion. The very demand to seek truth is the root of all confusion. It is defeating you, eating the garbage of what society is feeding you, therefore misleading you. The masses are left guessing, manic depression, massive recessions, mentally equipped with weapons of mass deception. The soul is dead, the body's immortal, cause it regenerates itself after taking on other forms of life to restore the soil. I fly above the storms and the turmoil, scribbled on the book of life. In high places I live royal. Only God knows, only God knows. All praises due who sustains the divine cosmos. My mind's eye had a blindfold tied to my ever-dying soul. You can't keep your eyes closed. Religion must die slow. Religion must die slow. Religion must die slow.
In a way, in our contemporary worldview, it's easy to think that science has come to take the place of God. But some philosophical problems remain as troubling as ever. Take the problem of free will. This problem's been around for a long time, since before Aristotle in 350 BC. St. Augustine, St. Thomas Aquinas, these guys all worried about how we can be free if God already knows in advance everything you're going to do. Nowadays, we know that the world operates according to some fundamental physical laws, and these laws govern the behavior of every object in the world.
To feel free from the need to be free.
There's nothing there to be free from.
And indeed, the greatness of human skill, the God must even transcend, are most remarkable to emulate nature in its absolute splendor. How can any man or woman sin against such a greatness of mine? How can any one little carbon unit on Earth, in the backwaters of indeed the Milky Way, the boondocks, betray God Almighty? That is impossible.
It's the religious man's talk of hell versus heaven, which is responsible for corrupting the heaven that we've always lived in. Dualism is the root of all division. They consciously manipulate the system just to make a living. So like a herd of sheep, we keep quiet and follow with them. Just a bunch of hollow visions and broken promises given. See, it's a never-ending cycle. This game of telephone that we've been playing for centuries, making idols. No matter if it's the Quran, Vedas, or Bibles, no two saviors could ever agree on anything, which makes them rivals. Creating disciples of hatred and greed to despise you. All this talk of revolution, not knowing that it's inside you. They program and precondition to blind you. Time doesn't exist in the eyes of the divine. The future is nothing more than the past repeating itself. No sense in pressing rewind. Open up your mind.
And we said, and to us this living, which is misery, is we accept. If we didn't accept this existence as misery, then life and death are the same mood. Like love, death, and living are one.
It's not God, it's living under the assumption that there's something called truth, and that is what we really trust in. Without knowledge of words, then we would never know nothing of it, and truth itself has no interest in describing itself to others. It's not until we humans label it truth that it no longer becomes truth. So why debate over this subject? You just wasted your energy preaching all of that rubbish. All you're doing is replacing one illusion with the other, accusing your brother because his views are different from us. Religion is to blame for the confusion that's among us. Without any help, now I understand that a real guru is any man who would free you from himself. I challenge the very essence of knowledge itself, but knowledge is memory, and memory is nothing but thought, and thought is matter, and matter is an illusion not visible to the naked eye. Yeah, I know it sounds confusing.
I don't accept anything that is born out of human thought. You see, it is most destructive, but we have a tremendous investment in the thought. You see, thought is the enemy of us all.
Thinking, you say, is not. It sounds like you say it's a computer and we don't need it.
We don't need it. This is automatic, it is so mechanical.
I hold religion responsible for spiritual deprivation of women and homosexuals. The honest truth to the homeless person on the corner, man, I promise you, pick yourself up from the ground and find the God inside of you. This body is equipped with a native intelligence unparalleled to any form of human thinking, so it's relevant to understand how every single cell functions without you having to tell it, embellished with natural zealous. Why do we define the meaning of life all the time? Cause anything that is living is immortal and never dies. But thought is something that is dead and continues to strive, and when the illusion of defining death comes to an end, then we die. This pretend, fake it till you make it, pray for salvation and become highly favored will leave you in the mental matrix. Psychedelic induced sages who underestimated the universal laws of nature as the cause of hatred.
If the world that we are forced to accept is false and nothing is true, then everything is possible.
On the way to discovering what we love, we will find everything we hate, everything that blocks our path to what we desire.
Comfort will never be comfortable for those who seek what is not on the market.
A systematic questioning of the idea of happiness.
We'll cut the vocal cords of every empowered speaker. We'll yank the social symbols through the looking glass with the value society's currency.
To confront the familiar, society is a fraud so complete and venal that it demands to be destroyed beyond the power of memory to recall its existence.
Where there is fire, we will carry gasoline.
To interrupt the continuum of everyday experience and all the normal expectations that go with it.
To live as if something actually depended on one's actions.
To rupture the spell of the ideology of a commodified consumer society so that our repressed desires of a more authentic nature can come forward.
To demonstrate the contrast between what life presently is and what it could be.
To immerse ourselves in the oblivion of action to know we're making it happen.
It will be an intensity never before known in everyday life to exchange love and hate, life and death, terror and redemption, repulsions and attractions.
An affirmation of freedom so reckless and unqualified that it amounts to a total denial of every kind of restraint and limitation.
Purple sun, cycle motion, purple sun, I be smoking, resurrect the kundalini, 33 degrees of motion, mixing Hennessy with ibuprofen, telepathically shift the rotation of Tiamat when I overdose on gnosis. I'm the dopest, I know this, my chromosomes are that of Moses, predated the ancient Roman and Babylonian omen, ravenous poet throwing verbal javelins at whack opponents, crack the code to decompose, dry bones to shatter so quick, hold it down like elephantitis on elephants, on the couch, pounded out a devout lesbian feminist, injecting her with melanin, so now she ain't celibate, blow your brains on the kitchen counting up, that's counterintelligence. Don't call me money if you can't embezzle my presence. Y'all coming up short like Geppetto, getting head from Helen Keller quick. My eloquent spit is so elegant, yet so hella quick. Obese Skeletor, bitch, suck my Stelladoral dick.
An expert in existentialism. As my soul exits my exoskeleton, I exercise my excellence with angelic extraterrestrial exorcisms. Ancient Semitic sex magicians, immense cycles like the menstrual rhythms. Mental, metaphysical precision sent to me in a vision. My lyrics are on point like the pyramid's alignment, combined with the illicit, ecliptic, esoteric, celestial rhythms. Every sentence I commence should be censored to the census. Your rhymes are totally senseless, like crushing the nose and fingertips of Helen Keller with cement bricks. Knights Templar, CIA forensics, searching for the truth using pseudoscience through endless attempts to end it. MCs get dropped in the streets, I beef with cops. Lethal shots of ether clogs your bloodstream, leave you with lesion spots. Disease the block, beat that ass like a Puerto Rican pops. Read mythical secrets from the deepest plots. Indeed, you not educated enough to perceive what this teacher's got. Preaching to deacons how the story of Jesus is seen in the procession of the equinox. Up in the reefer spot, shadow beatbox, blasting 1,333 Glocks. Bury your body 16 feet deep beneath the rocks. Who was next to get it? Witness the empty tomb, body resurrected. Biochemical warfare, manipulated by genetics. Telepathically maneuver chemical, systemic, molecular, intricate energy through the process of kinetics. Carbon-dated regiments garnish the wages of lyrical tenements. Doing shrooms in a room with a Jewish chemist to prove the Old Testament manna from heaven experiments. Aligned with the seventh heavens, fallen seraphims. On December 22nd, the sun descended on the winter solstice for 3 days and then ascended. Challenged the whole 16th Amendment. Skull and bones along with 33rd degree Masonic henchmen who abolished knowledgeable scholars and beheadings were the sentence. You kiss the feet of the Pope, you weak bitch. I'm beasting it. I release shots, MCs get hit, you piece of shit. Thinking you hot, I snatch your flames like Prometheus. Metal bat smash your knees and hips. It's treason, fuck it, it's duck season trick. When I seize your chips, your mobile home and your greasy whip, then beat your kids. Niggas ain't seeing shit like an anorexic's, bulimic's tits. The genesis of consciousness, dedicated to men and women of ancient renaissance. Mentally segregated, my ambiance is lit. Witness the God spit, Jehovah's holy servants strapped with bombs and shit. It's odd when I spit, the son of David Berkowitz, Sam Sosa, swinging words and shit. Make moves like a nurture kid, exert energy in every verse before dispersing it. Nasty with the ink when I release like Ursula jerking her clit. Coerce perversion to pervert the most perverted person on purpose. I use telepathic universal magic to mentally reverse the rotation of the Earth's axis and practice solving the theory of relativity's equations backwards. Calculations that'll baffle astrophysicists. Every Christmas, I visit the 12th planet through remote vision, kid. When I'm visionless, synchronized platonic clocks. Psychological evolution diminishes every time I think outside the box. You limited to the past, present, and future. But the truth is the future is now, so learn to use this. Time is an illusion, it's all a perception. Like a man with no hands trying to describe his point of reference. Rotating his neck in a 360-degree direction. Using his feet to speak in sign language to relay his message. Remote visuals of post-traumatic strokes in most individuals. Marijuana smoke signals. Like the whole botanical garden on fire, then inhale till my throat sizzles. Microphone fetish, cyclones of rhymes fly at your dome in seconds. Death defying, I defy death in every line, my brethren.
I get inspired by the blunts too. Do the rope-a-dope up in the holes fallopian, then do some kung fu. Yes, bitch, I'm hung too. Yes, you can come through. My peckers fun, boo. My heifers come too. A handball, yes, ma'am, you're all that. You're all that. This is how we chill from 2013 till infinity still. Publicity kills. Remedy is available, so use it at your own will. Shivery chills, bitches be like ill. Skinny like Jiminy Cricket on cruise with an epiphany still. Serendipity skills. Happy accident like Ashkenazians yapping that jibber jabber. My lyrical javelin stabbing the faggot nigga, man. Imagine it's the lamb
standing on an obelisk with some Kabbalistic hands. No omniscient man is any match for the strands of all the marvelous DNA glands in my hand. Get dumb vexed when niggas think they can sun-press the embodiment of all your favorite rappers in one flesh. Hoping that my tracks will get spun by funk flex, dumb text up in the trunk, yes, humping the buns, yes. I roll with bitches dolo quick until I find one. I'm gonna take her home and quickly do this. Yes, bitch is painless. My steel is stainless, so take it up the anus. Hey miss, who's there? My crew's here, getting brains in a theater, and she's a hater. Yes, I'm a vegan, so it's really see you later, alligator. Gotta switch to cotton, bitch, amoxicillin, hot vapor. Greenbacks and stacks, we don't need facts for that. Come on, do that, do that, do that, that. Come on, do that, do that, do that, that. Hey yo, yes, you are reptilian, cause everybody has scales. This is a fact, it's a fact. Less science fiction and more science, fact. Up in the blue Bugatti with the crew of hotties, bumping Illuminati, dumping with the Ruger Poppy, smash your pumpkin, do karate. Ooh, mommy, that badunka-dunk got me spewing sloppy. Hakaluki on my cock, drop it like it's hot, then do me. Do you copy? Do you not? The modern day Jebusite heavy whenever I write. See, I'm only concerned with where my caddy takes me. Nope, this ain't no daddy Yankee, no need to thank me. Yes, bitch, I spank thee. The vividest visions of innocence in women is an intermittent commitment, so frivolous to premonition. Listen, stick a hand up in the blender, start spitting at you, rapping Cinderella's prima donna niggas rap like Manila. Fight gorillas in the night for my dinner. Remedy is everything, and everything is everything, my nigga. Release all wisdom, seeker of knowledge, defeat religion, reconnected with Mother Nature through veganism. Like a baby bathing in opiates, fatal to you dogs like theobromine and phenylethylamine, my homie. Blair witches in Wyoming feeding off dying cattle, low 76 trillion years, the mind unravels. Time travel, skydive, the Tower of Babel. My moon cycle is high tide, the mic is in shambles. The evil Hebado bumping evil D singing Figaro. For real, my people put two in your peoples if you speaking ho. Black ball that open mics, niggas never mention me. I guess it's all part of the Luciferian conspiracy. Yeah, this is how we chill from 2013 till. This is how we chill from 2013 till. This is how we chill from 2013 till. This is how we chill from 2013 till.
Your skin doesn't separate you from the world, it's a bridge through which the external world flows into you, and you flow into it. Just, for example, as a whirlpool in water, you could say because you have a skin, you have a definite shape, you have a definite form. All right, here is a flow of water, and it suddenly does a whirlpool, and then it goes on. The whirlpool is a definite form, but no water stays put in it. The whirlpool is something the stream is doing. And exactly the same way, the whole universe is doing each one of us. And I see you today, and I recognize you tomorrow, just as I would recognize a whirlpool in a stream. I'd say, oh yes, I've seen that whirlpool before. It's just near so-and-so's house on the edge of the river, and it's always there. So in the same way, when I meet you tomorrow, I recognize you, you're the same whirlpool you were yesterday. But you're moving. The whole world is moving through you. All the cosmic rays, all the food you're eating, the stream of steaks and milk and eggs and everything is just flowing right through you. When you're wiggling the same way, the world is wiggling, the stream is wiggling you. But the problem is, you see, we haven't been taught to feel that way.
This is a quantum metaphysic concept, not religion. Kundalini's activated, all my 7 chakras kicking. In tune with the cosmic rhythm, composition, godly wisdom. Probably give them knowledge way beyond ancient shamanism. The holographic universe I call upon and listen. The Elohims, they wanna listen to the bars I've written. Mother Nature crying out to every star in heaven. Starving women and children in poverty by crooked politicians. I know the cosmonauts listen to the rhymes I've written, inspired by Dr. Malachi and Zachariah Stitchin. Cannabis was spitting about this in 1996, and like David Icke, nobody liked to listen. And now the light is lifted from the minds to enlighten you niggas. My brother Six Sense gave me the energy to spit this, and Pharaoh, Yaz, and Zambo encouraged me to flourish. They told me never to be nervous and pursue my purpose. Yeah, Elohim's theme. Word up, calling out to all the gods and goddesses, acknowledge this. The Elohim's theme. Crying out, yeah. Word up, to all the gods and goddesses, acknowledge this. Check it, yo. Studied upon Upanishads of Brahmins and metaphysical concepts of the cosmic conscious and quantum of solace. My knowledge itself is very self-acknowledged, so in tune with the universe. I can pinpoint the comet locked up in my closet, remote viewing flying objects from the highest province to the lowest particle, even the subatomic. I ain't a thug from the projects, I'm a product of creative, loving energy force, sustaining all the cosmic activity living upon us. Vividly fond of the Elohims and their ability to give us all the proper guidance. The inner revolution will be televised through the interplanetary meditative state of mind over matter, breaking limitations. Psychologically climb over your ladder and see where it takes you. The fire in the minds of the many are the signs of the times. Through my rhymes, I am divine within. The heavenly manifestation of my heart's yours. Your love knocked me off my high horse like a fallen knight in shining armor, riding in the dark with no sword. Yeah. No words of any known a man can never express my level of love that I have for many. But yes, it's only your love that I can attest. That give me plenty of memories. Open my arms to you. I'm claiming the stars fall deeper when cooling with you. The very essence of your presence, knowing the truth that I would give you the world, Mars, Venus, and Jupiter too. Could it be when I was walking down the valley of the shadow, like a fallen soldier in the line of fire with no ammo? Your love is unconditional, standing in the pinnacle. Take you by the hand, guide you in the metaphysical. Break heaven open, let it rain more miracles. Showering the spiritual with divine visuals. Time is minimal because eternity cannot be measured in the eyes of a limited mind, I'm telling you. Universal territory we can inhabit. The inner marriage of intergalactic dreams I'm having. A supernatural balance of peace and havoc. From good and evil all the way down to bees and maggots. And please don't even perceive dreams of malice from the powers that be to keep your psyche deep in the palace of ignorance. Walking in the gate of infinite love. L is for living, O is for omniscient. V is for vigilance, E is for everlasting and eternal. And yes, I'm living eternal, and yes, I'm living it. Pouring down the rain of heaven like a fallen angel. And I wanna thank you and I'll never forsake you. Talking to you every night, saying I'm unfaithful, but then you show me the light to make me wanna praise you. Corruption, greed, filth and money, this is nothing compared to the land of milk and honey. I walk through the hills and underneath the tombs with mummies. To the ends of the earth, you don't have to prove you love me. You're seated at the right hand while I'm greeted by your left. You told me that this world is nothing but heated stress. What can a man profit if he lost his soul to gain all control from a world that's cold?